Good evening, wherever you are from around the world. This beautiful evening here in the city of Abuja, Nigeria. Welcome to yet another live session. It is 28 degrees and it is 4 p.m. in the city of Abuja, Nigeria. It's been a rainy day and it promises to be windy. The wind speed is at 32 kilometers per hour. And we'll be covering the beginning part of the Central Business District, starting from this place where the Federal High Court is located, and going further deep into the city, showing you the live actions and events happening here tonight, Wednesday, the 8th of July 2026. So I'll be explaining different institutional buildings that I come across. I will be showing you different places you perhaps have never been if you don't live in the city, and maybe the places you would like to visit whenever you are in the city. And so starting from my left, this is the Federal Court of Nigeria. In recent times, a lot of activities have taken place here. If you know who the activist called Showore is, this is where he was brought for trial. But there are a number of institutions on this street as well. To my right is a hotel called Treasure Suites. It's a big hotel, but next to it is Boronu House. So one thing about Nigeria is that some, if not all, state governments have their liaison offices in the city of Abuja, Nigeria. And so each time the governor or his representatives are in the city, they stay in those buildings. So like this one across the road is the Boronu House. Boronu State is in northern Nigeria and this building belongs to them. So they use the spaces there for their events, and then there are lodges in it for the government officials. So the same thing goes for different governments from the state level. They have their liaison offices in the city. And as we go deeper into the Central Business District, we'll be coming across some of those liaison offices. But this street in particular is containing just a few of them. Adamawa House is also on this street. Adamawa is another state in the country, but the newly built Revenue House, that is Nigerian Revenue Service, is also located on this street. And it's the building I'll be showing you very soon. It's actually the building you're looking at right now, the one with gray and red color. So the same thing goes for many other institutions we'll be coming across today. You'll find them in this neighborhood. So welcome to the live. Thank you for joining us today. If you have questions, I will be entertaining your questions when I see them. So I encourage you to feel free to type your questions in the chat. Welcome to the live. It is open to everybody. Thank you for joining us today. If you have questions, so I will be entertaining your questions. So the one to my right is the Adamawa House. If you can hear what I say very well, please let me know in the comment section. This is Adamawa, is another state in Nigeria, and this is their own liaison office. Please let me know in the comments if you can hear what I say, if you can hear me, because I am not sure yet. Okay. Emanson Nelson, welcome to the live. Emanson Nelson. All right, Emans. Okay, Emans Nelson, welcome to the live. So to my left is the Revenue House. I will get a bit closer to it so you'll see what it looks like. It's actually a brand new building. Federal Inland Revenue Services used to have their headquarters in Zone 5, Wuse Zone 5, but they have moved to this place now, which is where the headquarters is now located. Remember that the name has also been changed to National Revenue or Nigerian Revenue Services. That is what the name is now. It's no longer Federal Inland Revenue Services. So this is where we have the building now. If you have any business with them, this is where you're going to find them. It's also on this street that you have Abia House. Abia House is also on this street. I will show you. Just across the street there is Abia House. Abia is one other state in Nigeria, and this house is where their liaison office is. Oh, looks like the house needs some repairs. So that's the much you'll find on this street. I'll exit the street, take another one, and start to get deeper into the Central Business District. This part of the Central Business District shares boundaries with Wuse 2 to my right. If I hit this junction and take my right turn, I'll be going to Wuse 2. So this is Abia House. This building here is called Abia House. You can see. So if you're from Abia State, Nigeria, this is where your liaison office is located. It rained today, and so you'll see water on the streets sometimes. It promises to stay cloudy for the rest of today. Again, it's about 28 degrees centigrade. So the weather is quite calm. There is hardly any sun today. So this to go to my right leads to Wuse 2. But I am taking left to go deeper into the Central Business District. Alright, so I'll go this way. The close of work is approaching. Actually, some offices have already closed. Before long, the streets will be noisier. But I hope you continue to hear me as I show you the Central Business District. The street where I am is the longest This particular road is the longest road in the city of Abuja, Nigeria. It's actually the longest way in the city center. Every other place connects to this particular road that I am on right now. This is the road where you find Federal Secretariat, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Finance. They are all located on this road. So I will just cross the road, be at the center just a bit, and then exit the center again. This house is called Galaxy House. I'm not sure what they do inside of that house, but I think it's a private organization that has its office located there. But this one to my right is the Benue House. So this is the Benue State Government Liaison Office. That's where they have their liaison office. There is a Taj Bank and the Zenith Bank, I guess, located in the building. Alright, so that's what you find at this early part of Central Business District. So the Galaxy House continues. It's quite a very big house, really big. Right. The city center is efficiently and effectively controlled by traffic lights. You can see that everybody seems to be obeying the traffic light until they no longer obeys it. If I take the opposite road, which is this one you're looking at, I will get to where there is the Central Mosque, the National Central Mosque. But eventually I hope to get there, maybe not on this particular tour, maybe not on today's live walk show, but I will eventually get there to show you that part of the Central Business District. The walk will cover most part of it, so but it's not going to be just in one live walk show, okay? We'll take it slow and steady until we show you as many places as possible in the city. I want to cross to the center of the road because it will enable me to show you both sides of the road. The dome is to my right. This day dome is within this fence, but just across the road is the revenue house, the Nigerian revenue house that I've showed you earlier. So this is the other side of it. Is either you're getting into the building through this entrance or through the other one that I showed you earlier. Right? It's a very big house. You see how tall. This is a skyscraper. but there is a dome here. It's an event center. Oftentimes, events happen inside this space. This dome that you see across the road is called This Day Dome. So if you hear that an event is going to take place inside the This Day Dome, that is where it is, inside this fence. But the buildings ahead of me also contain other states' liaison offices. As we get closer, we'll find out which states have their liaison offices down this path. But there are many more of them as we go deeper into the central business district. Now, the part I'm covering today includes the Federal Secretariat, the Civil Service Head Office, I will also try to go further deeper where we have the force headquarters, that is the head office of Nigerian police. And then, and as weather permits, continue to go deeper and deeper. So across the road is a recharging electric vehicles recharging point that is being established. It's not functional yet. It's being set up. You can see buses, electric buses inside it. So some of these electric buses are already operating in the city. They want to increase the number in the city so that more places will be covered by electric buses. Again, let me show you in case you can see it very well from this point. I can't single out one to zoom to show you, but if I see one passing me by, I will show you. Another state in Nigeria called Ekiti State has its own liaison office located here as well. So this building is for Ekiti State Government Liaison Office. This is where their governor comes and their officials come for events, lodging, and other state, maybe arts and culture displays and all of that. It's also where people from that state can come get letters from their government for official use. Or if you have need from your state, that is where you have your liaison office. The same thing goes across other states. The liaison office is actually meant for citizens from that state or indigenes of that state. But to my left is the Federal Ministry of Justice. So this building is the Federal Ministry of Justice building. It's situated next to Federal High Court. So the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation has his office right in this building. But that green area across the road ahead of me is part of the Three Arms Zone. Anywhere from that point going deeper and deeper You are actually getting into the seat of power of Nigeria. The deeper you go, you see the office of the secretary to the federal government. You will see the DSS headquarters. You will see the Aso Rock. You will see the National Assembly. All of them located along the road I am walking up to right now. If there is no barricade, I will get into that road that at least takes us closer to the National Assembly. Occasionally, barricades set up to stop people from coming close. Most times, maybe because there is an event going on, or when there is an intelligence report that there might be a security breach. You just close up the road and people will have to use other roads. And so everywhere on that line is part of the 3 zone. If you go further down, you see the Millennium Park, which is opposite Transcorp. So many vehicles are on the street right now because it's close of work. We're getting closer and closer to the rush hour. The next junction I will get to is the Federal Secretariat. I will show you I will also show you the one next to it. It is Head of Civil Service and Ministry of Foreign Affairs before I go further up the road. So everywhere from here, where I am right now, is called 3 Arms Zone. 3 Arms Zone. 3 Arms Zone because the 3 arms of the government are all located on this street. This is Shehu Shagari Way, by the way. The way is called Shehu Shagari Way. But to my right, the road continues deep into Central Business District. This road is called Constitution Avenue. Constitution Avenue. That is what this road is called. It goes deeper into Central Business District. In time, we will cover all of those places. But today, I'm taking you across the road. This is Federal Secretariat. This building you're looking at is quite massive, really, really big. So I will continue on the 3 Arms Zone. The legislature, the executive, they are all located in the 3 Arms Zone. Let me show you the roads, the road connections, the road networks that you'll find just by the city center. A lot of underground tunnels and bridges are here. But just across the road is the road that leads in further into the Asorok Villa or SSG's office. SFG, Secretary to the Federal Government. Office is just by my left. That is also where the DSS headquarters is located. Should be in the middle in order to call very well, to be able to show it to you very well. I have to be on anywhere to my left. You just find garden or trees, just more like woodland. That's what you see everywhere on my left. The reason is it serves as a buffer before you get into the National Assembly, the Secretary to the Federal Government's office, to the President's house. So everything on this surface is land before you get to that Asorok. But to my right is the Federal Secretariat. The building you see to this side, they are part of Federal Secretariat. You see how massive it is, and it extends all the way to the other side, the other road. It's really big, very long and huge. So, welcome once again to the live. All of you joining us today. Please let me know where you're watching from. If you are here in the city of Abuja, let me know. Please, I would like to know. If you're watching from outside Abuja, maybe from other states in Nigeria, let me know as well. If you're watching from outside Nigeria, please let me know in the comments. I would like to know. This turn to my right continues into the Federal Secretariat. This is where they park their vehicles. Well, part of it is where they park their vehicles. The entrance gates are also on this road. So the Federal Secretariat continues deep inside. If I zoom it, you'll see how far down the road the Federal Secretariat continues. It's such a big, long building. But right opposite it is the Ego Square. Opposite the Federal Secretariat is the Ego Square. Alright? But the left side is National Arcade, opposite the Eagle Square. That is National Arcade. I hope to cross that part. But I want to also show you this road that leads into the left turn. This is the road that leads you to the National Assembly. Yeah. So if you're going to the National Assembly, this is the road that leads into it. It goes all the way until you get to the first gate and then gets to the main gate of the National Assembly. Alright. Even if I take this road, I won't be able to get into National Assembly right now. So I'm going to continue to cover this part, the right part. I will cross the road. The traffic is passing me and all the cars are waiting. You can see. So I'll just show you this side of Federal Secretariat, then so this is the National Secretariat building. Or it continues all the way down. Well, I think I'm just going to pass this front so you can see the event place where most government activities take place. So it's close of walk, and you can see how busy the whole place has become. These buses carry passengers that are going farther away from the city center, especially those who live in the outskirts and the satellite towns. And so, during close of walk, you see a whole lot of people gathering here, trying to catch a bus. So this is Eagle Square. This empty space is where the Eagle Square is located. It's just an open field with some sit-out place, some places to sit out. Some of the canopies you see down the road are bulletproof canopies. You can see military and police vans inside the Eagle Square. A recent event that took place here is the military activities, Army Day, right? It took place recently. And opposite the road is the National Arcade. So perhaps have heard of National Arcade. You have military standing sentry in those inside those boxes, always observing. And even as I make this video, they are looking at me. So this is the National Arcade. Alright? But right opposite National Arcade is the Eagle Square. There's hardly any time you visit the Eagle Square that you don't find security personnel inside it. There is always one or two trucks, sometimes truckload of personnel inside the Eagle Square, securing the place. And more so when events are approaching, when there are federal government events. You see a buzz of activities going on inside it in preparations for the event. So I know that the barricade has been obscuring the view, but let me see whether you can get a better view of what the Eagle Square looks like. Sometimes shows occur inside that place. National events also take place there. Quite a lot happen, but mostly government activities. On few occasions, private individuals use that space, for like when there is something like music festival, they may use that space. Alright, so across the road is the office of the head of civil service of the Federation. So this building is office of the head of civil service of the Federation. It's part of the presidency. There's also such a massive building. The civil service of Nigeria is organized in that building. So if you're a civil servant in Nigeria, that is your head office. That is where that is if you're a federal civil servant, by the way. That is where your appointment letter is supposed to come from. Yeah, but opposite it is part of the just the back of the Eagle Square that I showed you earlier. What you see right opposite the Federal Civil Service is the Eagle Square. The back of it that I showed you earlier. Behind the Eagle Square, there is a new building that the government, the FCT, has just constructed. A bus terminal that will soon be operative on this. I think some of them have become operative, like the one in Mabushi is now functional. And so those who are traveling interstate, like if you're going to Kaduna State, instead of entering a bus or a car, a commercial vehicle by the roadside, you just have to go to that bus terminal at Mabushi. For that reason, all those along the road, bus stations or bus stops have been demolished or evacuated from their former locations. If you go to a place like Banex Junction or Banex, just near Banex Plaza, where there used to be a bus stop where cars load to interstate, you don't see them anymore. They have been closed down. If you go to Mabushi by the express there, they have also been moved out. In fact, the place has also been barricaded because they want to now board interstates from the official bus terminal that the Federal Capital Territory has established. Federal Capital Territory Administration. So the bus terminal is this one you're looking at. Well, let me see whether it's open so I can show you what it looks like. Oh, this is part of the car park for Secretariat, Federal Secretariat. Find the car parks here. Hold on. So the place doesn't seem to be operational. This one in Federal Secretariat doesn't seem to be operational at this time because the gate is still locked. But the one at Mabushi has started working. So this is the bus terminal, the new bus terminal. The gate is still locked. I can't quite go inside right now. But let me see whether someone is at the gate who can open the gate. Hello. Good afternoon. How now? Yeah. Okay, where your clothes? Well, let me see whether I can briefly show you guys inside the compound of the new bus terminal. But this part is mostly car park. You know, the next building or space you see is the Eagle Square, then the car park, then the bus terminal, the new bus terminal. How is work? Yes. Good afternoon. Can I briefly see the new structure? Bus terminal.
Okay, sorry for.
No, I'm an independent showing my viewer new structures in town. They who?
They don't work on such things.
Is this for public?
But not
Eh?
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. It's for public.
But not yet.
So it's for private use for now. It's for your own use, only
So
you.
it's not for my use.
So
It's for our use.
our
not
use, and then you're saying,
it's still under construction.
okay, they've not completed it.
Yeah, they have
Oh,
never
okay.
commissioned after commission before this kind of a thing.
They've not.
Yes.
So, but the one at Mabushi, but this one is not functional yet.
Yes.
It's all right. Maybe when it becomes operational, I'll come again. All right. Thank you. All right. Well done. All right. Okay. So they said it's not open yet for public. It's understandable. When it becomes operational, I will come back to show you what it's like and take a tour of it, perhaps. Maybe when it's being commissioned, if I am aware of the dates, I will also come around and see what I can do for you guys. Now, this building opposite the bus terminal is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs building. It's called Tafawa Balewa House. It's another massive building. So, Ministry of Foreign Affairs that should be in charge of what's going on with our citizens living outside Nigeria, interfacing with foreign countries. Birth and death certificates are issued from here. If you want to establish a foreign business, this is also where you get information on how to go about that. And if you're a foreigner, you want to register a business in Nigeria, they play a part as well. So those are some of the federal institutions you find close to 3 Zone. Now, all these buildings I have showed you, I've shown to you the Federal Secretariat, the Head of Service, the Foreign Affairs Ministry, and some other ones that I will still show you, they're all part of the executive presidency. So that's just one arm of the government. But the other two arms are on the opposite. I also showed you judiciary, right? The Federal High Court and the Ministry of Justice. That's the other leg of it. But the other two of the judiciary, that is the appeal courts and the Supreme Court, are all on the opposite side of this secretariat building. The tower you're looking at there is supposed to be the tallest building, the tallest structure rather, in the city. That is the Millennium. Has never finished. They have never. There's always construction going on. Sometimes it just looks like it's abandoned. But so far, it promises to be the tallest building. But I think tallest structure rather. But I think so far, the World Trade Center, one of the towers of World Trade Center, is taller than this structure, this Millennium Tower. Well, I can't be so sure right now, but between the two of them, one is taller, one is the tallest structure in the city so far. So I'm back to the road. I told you is the longest road in the city. This road runs all the way from Gwarimpa and continues deep into Gudu district. That is where the road ends, cutting across different districts like Kado district, Jahi, and Wusi, before getting to Central Business District. And even after the Central, you start to see other districts that is connected or that are connected to this same road, like Gariki district, Apo, and then Gudu. So this building ahead of me, let me zoom it. This is the Finance Ministry, the headquarters of Ministry of Finance. That's that building you're looking at. I will get there eventually, but you also find this section of so these roads you see and parts Thank you for around. And this encounter that challenge. So this is the finance building, finance headquarters. This is their building. Perhaps it's part of the building that is giving problem. Maybe I should walk past this neighborhood, but I want to get into this street opposite where I'm standing right now, so I can show you the different liaison offices from different states, where you find their office buildings or where you find the liaison offices. They are all along this road, all the way down this way. You find them all over the place. I think this one is a Kwaibom building, but the one opposite me there, this particular one, is Rivers House. Rivers State Liaison Office is there. So guys, I'm trying to cross the road, but my microphone also got disconnected. Hope the noise is not on the Let's seize this moment to cross over to the other side of the road. Traffic is not passing me right now. I'm seizing the it's not passing. Walk across. Yeah, so it's on this street in particular that you find all those liaison offices. I'll be showing you some of them that are located here as well. Like this first one is the Rivers House. That's the one you see here. As we go down, we'll see more. Let me walk away to stay safe off the road. So thank you for being patient, really. Thank you for sticking around and not disconnecting completely to the disconnection that happened. Thank you. GBK Victor, you're watching from Ghana. Thank you for joining us on tonight's live. Thank you. How is Ghana today? Please kindly let me know where you're watching from. I would like to know. It's close of work, so you get to see quite a number of people using the road, trying to go to where they will get or catch a bus back home. Yeah, and this is Imo Liaison Office. Well, the name on it reads De Sam Bakwe House, Imo Liaison Office. And the next one to it is Enugu. This one standing there is Enugu State Building, Abuja. So that's where Enugu State is represented. So from that state, that is your liaison office. Please let me know where you're watching from. I would like to know. Type in the comments where you're watching from. So this next building is Kasina House. This black and grey building belongs to Kasina. And the one next to it is Plateau House. That's Plateau State. Well, let me get to the middle of the road so I can show you what's on my right side as well. This building that looks like sheep is new. Wow. Ex-Africa. Ex-Africa Rail. That's the name I see there. Wow. Very, very lovely building. There's another big one right behind it. Something as big as this one is also standing right behind this one. There are so many flags of different African countries. So this must be a building belonging to an institution that serves Africa. There's no sign outside except the ex-Africa that I saw earlier. I do not know what that represents, but it's new. It's new. So more state liaison offices. This one, well, I'm trying to see which country has this one. Oh, this one looks like Lagos. Huh? Well, I'm trying to read what I see. Ah, that's Lagos. So Lagos State, this is your liaison office, but opposite is Yobe State. This is Yobe State liaison office. The Ogun State, is that Ondo State calls its own building Owena House, and that's the building there. I'll show you. So this one is called Owena House. Owena House, that is Ondo State, I suppose. Owena House. So that's their liaison office. But right next to it is Oyo. This one there is Oyo State liaison office. So that's how you have all the liaison offices lining up this street. If you have seen your own state, let me know in the comments. Don Raphael, you're watching from Vietnam. Thank you very much, Don Raphael, for joining the live. Wow, how is Vietnam today? This is Edo House. For those of you from Edo State, this is your state liaison office in Abuja, Nigeria. Standing next to it is Ogun House, the one with Taj Bank on top of it. The honored one, thank you for joining the live. I do not quite understand your question. You're asking, am I using Ray-Ban, something? Meta Ray-Ban? I'm using a camera, not eyeglasses, but a camera. So the next one, which is the last one standing on this axis, is Kanu House. So this is Kanu State's liaison office. This is their house. Now, oftentimes they rent parts of their spaces. I mean, these buildings here rent part of their spaces to banks and other corporate bodies, you know, to earn money from it. Some free of charge, by the way. Alright guys, we're going to do a deep dive into the Central Business District. So I'm going to take my left turn. But the road, this is a new road that I have just walked up to. This is the road where we have that Millennium Tower that I showed you earlier. And it's also on this road that Central Mosque is located. But the building you see across this road, this building here, this fence here, is actually a ecumenical center. That is the building belonging to Christian Association of Nigeria. It's not supposed to be a church, but that's where Christian Association of Nigeria has its headquarters, office building. Right? Most Christendom, rent spaces in there. You can also go there for tours, for tourist visits. You can get a guided tour of that building if you're interested in going there. Oh, Don Raphael, are you from Delta State? How come I didn't come across Delta liaison office? Well, that's interesting to note. I didn't come across Delta State liaison office. I'm surprised. And I'll try to remember where their liaison office is located. Maybe on the other wing, the other side of the road that I didn't follow. Because I know that Cross River is on that side as well. Maybe Akwa Ibom as well. Yeah. And interestingly, some liaison offices are also located in Maitama. Yeah. So if your own is not on this street, it may be where you have the Governor's Lodge in Asokoro, rather, not Maitama, Asokoro. I'm going to do a live tour of Asokoro, something no one has ever done. I'm going to do a live tour of Asokoro and share with you guys. So when I schedule that visit, I would like you to be a part of that tour. And maybe by then, you will see all your own liaison offices, those of you who haven't seen your own liaison offices. So if I take this road, I will get to Ecumenical Center, Central Bank, and so on. And I think that's what I'm going to do right now, instead of going further down this way. If I continue on this one, I'll be headed to FCDA, that is the administration office of the Federal Capital Territory. But let me show you more of the road networks here before I get into the other side of the road. Again, this road leads to the force headquarters. That white building you see there, let me zoom again. But it's in the course of zooming the other time that I lost I lost my feed. So that white building down there is the force headquarters. That is the Nigerian police headquarters. That is where it's located. So these are more road networks that we have. Sometimes people get lost while trying to connect their way, like this one that is trying to turn. I'm sure he's lost. He doesn't know where he's headed again. It happens a lot if you're new in the city. It happens a lot. Aso Rock is still what you see down there. That is where the president's house and office is located. Alright, so I'm going to cross this road and get onto the other side where we have Central Bank and so on. It's a rush hour, so there are quite too many vehicles on the streets right now. This is actually one way, so I'm focusing on the left. I'm focusing on all the vehicles coming from the left, and they are quite speeding. So So the roads continue this way, but I will go this way to try to get to the Central Bank area and Ecumenical Center, that is the Christian Association of Nigeria building. Then further down to the mosque area and all other neighborhoods down that way. So thank you for being part of today's live. Kindly let me know in the comment where you're watching from and what you think of this city. Does it look like anything close to where you live? Does the central business district of Abuja resemble, or at least come close to the central business district of your own country or where you live right now, even if you're not from that country? I would like to know. If not, what's the difference? What do you think should be done better here? What changes do you think needs to be done? Do you think we have better roads here than where you live right now? I'd like to hear what you think in the comments. It's such a calm weather today. It's not always like this. We often have sunny evenings here. But today is exceptional, perhaps because it rained and it's been cloudy all day. And of course, the weatherman says it will continue to be cloudy until the day is over at 28 or less degrees centigrade. We are having a cold weather like you enjoy in Europe or parts of Asia, by the way. So I'm just taking a wrong path to connect to the Central Bank of Nigeria neighborhood without having to go all round. There is a better way I could have taken, but it's quite far, so it take a lot of time to go around. So I'm just going to climb through this narrow path, hoping I don't fall, considering the place is slippery. Well, I made it. I made it to the top. Nice. Okay, I've cheated the street. So this is Central Bank of Nigeria. This road is called and right opposite it is Ecumenical Center, that is the Christian Association of Nigeria. Looks like an event is going on there, or maybe some religious people. There is also a hotel right in front of the Ecumenical Center. I don't know what event is going on. I don't know if I will be let in. If I would like to walk in there to show you around. Otherwise, this is the central bank. I hope there is no jammer here that will knock off my network, because you find these things in some places. But let me ask questions as to how people can come in here for sightseeing, for tourist visits. Hello, how are you doing? Good evening.
You are welcome.
Yeah. Oh, you're giving a shout out. Okay, guys, he's giving a shout. What's your name? Ayomide. You guys work here? Eh?
Yes.
Okay, so is there tourist visit going on in the building?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. So,
Because this last month they said nobody, they don't permit because of security.
really? So no more visits for now.
No more.
Okay. So people cannot book tourist sites, guided
Okay,
tour.
you know what you do.
Is there someone to
This one,
ask?
why are you facing us with this?
Well,
You are
it's,
taking
it's
this. Don't do
covering.
like that. If they see you, they will get annoyed. Please.
Which people?
Listen, the security men, it's just like you did not take permission. You are now, even you are taking my voice now.
Is a video, of course. It takes. You have something to hide?
It's not something to hide, but you take permission. We don't know you.
Okay.
We don't know you.
All right. So that's why I'm asking you the question
It's
on
not
how
allowed.
to how
You take
to.
permission first before this end. But I come this way like this, please. You are now recording the voice. Somebody's voice. We don't know you. It's not done that way.
Okay.
First of all, you introduce yourself. The way you do, you video me with this thing.
You serve
don't
the.
do like that.
Do you know you serve the public?
I serve the public now.
So why are you agitated?
We don't allow people
To-
to come out. Oh, okay, we serve the people, so we don't know you. Then first time like this, we don't know you. Did you introduce yourself?
What's the problem exactly?
The problem is insecurity. We don't allow. They don't allow.
So-
and we don't have power.
So does
If
camera
they-
provide? I'm coming. Does camera provide the insecurity you're talking about, or camera prevents insecurity? Which one does it do? You see, that's the thing about people who serve the public. You should know what is expected of you, especially if you're serving the public.
The camera is facing us. That's
Well,
what
if you're
we
not
are doing.
comfortable with the camera, no problems. I will go. However, I expected that if one comes to make
We
inquiry,
can direct you, but
Huh?
the way you do it, there is not the way they are doing it.
no problems.
It's not all about security. So you are not collecting our voice, you are not videoing it. It's not the right thing. It's not the right thing. You want to do something, you come officially, you meet those people who are chief security, they will direct you. But not to come and start teaching. It's not done that way. If they ask us who is standing here, we don't know. If you want to introduce yourself,
So is that is that the only problem? Should I introduce myself? Will that stop?
you introduce
Will
yourself
that
so that we agree with you.
will that also mean that I can continue to record? Or is this place? I'm coming. Is this place banned from videos? Let me.
It's banned from video because of insecurity. You're supposed to introduce.
You're saying that,
yourself.
right? Are you saying it's banned so that I will know? All right, thank you. All right, guys. That's the thing about some public servants who should be educated about their left from their right. So this is Central Bank of Nigeria. If I go this way, I'll go deeper into the central business district. But I would like to take this route, show you National Mosque. or the central mosque. Well, I know that people come here, this ecumenical center, for tourist visits, to get guided tours and all of that. I know that it just doesn't have the information that if I wasn't with a camera, of course I understand that I can go in, I can walk in and make my inquiry, but you know, not everybody likes camera. Don Raphael, you're saying that the walkway needs to be put in order and then plant trees to beautify the ambience of the district. Okay? Okay. It's mostly business neighborhood. Well, the need for trees, I can say yes. But you know that most times you have tall buildings here. And with tall buildings come reduction of trees. This is another entrance to the ecumenical center, by the way. This is the dome, what it looks like. So maybe when I am not live streaming, I will get into the place and make inquiries as to what the guided tour looks like and which days or tall buildings, you know, places like this of trees as well. Of course, there are trees, occasional trees that you find, like where I am right now. You can see that the entire right is still green. I know, so I understand that I should take a permission before making videos. I get it. I wonder what people who have to hide when to, you know, about he himself, you know, like before recording him, I understand that part. That's why I didn't really force it. I didn't even want, I was just trying to exit anyway. I didn't plan to get into the building. It was just an afterthought that made me branch into that place. Yeah, I understand. I get it, Ichi. Thank you. So there are more plazas or office buildings coming up here next to the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, this road that I have taken is actually where that tower is located. That's the tower, the Millennium Tower. The Millennium Tower is standing right inside. You can see uncompleted buildings in this, just behind this bush. It's actually at center. This is a very massive place. where the Millennium Tower is standing is such a big a place. A very big structure is coming up there, which is the art and culture, the national art and culture space. That is what you have on the entire right. National art and culture. National Library is also located in there, and other things about our culture are supposed to be embodied in the structure that is coming up inside this bush. Going under the top of my net. It's just coming up, and the tower itself is right here. Alright. Looks like the place is gradually becoming functional, or maybe it's used for car park for now. But I don't want to go inside because I will likely start having the camera pointing at them again. So let me try to see if I can make it under this bridge without cutting off the network. Okay, so this is part of the building. This is the National Library section of the Millennium Park. So let me show you the signpost. so you can understand what this is to complete. This one is the National Library of Nigeria headquarters, Abuja, as you can see. It's part of the military. Still on that, construction is going. In time. I'm going to cross the road and climb the bridge so that I will stop going under this bridge that knocks off my network. It's a one-way drive, so I'll focus on the cars coming from this side. You can see in the road different and central different direction. So from this point, you can see the National Building, the National Library Building under construction. Presently, we have a National Library, but it's small, and it's by NNPC Towers, where you have Intercontinental Hotel, except they have moved it to this side. I do not know, except this one has become partly functional. I cannot tell for sure, but yeah. So that's the central mosque that you're seeing across the road there, but I want to get closer. And that means I'll have to cross this road. And crossing this path won't be an easy thing because there are quite a number of roads that I have to cross, and they are all busy at this time, but I have to cross anyway. So this way continues into the Aso Rock Federal Secretariat, and those who are going to Asokoro can use it. Those who are going to all the barracks can use it. Those who are going to join Murtala Mohammed Expressway to go to places like Kubwa can also use it. Those going to Nyanya Mararaba can also use it. A lot of directions can be access using these routes. But the first point you get is the Federal Secretariat, and then the Asorok, DSS, and so on. Again, in area, electrification the surface. Underground, you see manhole into the drainage. So when rain falls, it pours into this gutter, and flows all the way down into bigger channels. So you don't have water lying on the street once it rains, because the drainage system runs underground. So whenever it rains, it just pours into. The same thing, electricity is also underground. Well, there are cows across the road there. These cows come into the city center, targeting the grass. So this grass you see here is what usually attracts them into the city center. Those who guide them bring them here to eat from the grass. So don't be surprised when you see a lot of them in the city. You can see a herd of cows going nowhere in particular other than to find food. There are plenty tonight. Only God knows where they are coming from. So many cows. Okay, so this is the central mosque. I've finally gotten closer to it. So it's the biggest mosque in the city. You can also come for tourist attraction in this one to see the inside. You can actually arrange to see the inside of the mosque if that's what you're interested in. You can get closer, get into the gates, and receive a guided tour of the mosque. Okay. So let me go this way and take into the central mosque. Cars are parked, the gate is there, and the building itself with its courtyard is a little inside. As you see down there, is the industrial court. This one is industrial arbitration courts. There is a house behind it. Let the one arbitration court building it is actually Abuja continent. I'm going to climb this bridge that is ahead of me because I want to show you the NNPC headquarters. That is our national oil company. Well, it's been unbundled. I don't even know if it is still a national oil company. Yeah, but NNPC, Nigerian National Oil Company, is now limited, more like privatized. Well, I think government still holds the highest stake in it, even though it's now limited. Considered a limited public product. Okay, so this place is where you have the Ministry of Transport. Just across the road there is the Ministry of Transport. That building you see. But opposite it is the NNPC. I want to try to show you the NNPC building in case I'm not able to get to that side, that particular road where it is located before it gets dark. So that's the NNPC building. There are 4 towers that make up the NNPC building. Those are the 4 twin, no longer twin, but 4 towers. So that's the NNPC building. Such a massive building, by the way. That is where the oil undertakings are supervised and managed. Behind NNPC building, there is really very large undeveloped area of land. This entire space is not developed. I don't know why it's still lying fallow. Everywhere around it is developed, but this valley-like land, I don't know why government has not done anything on it. I don't know what is in the master plan there that's supposed to be situated on that land. Hopefully it happens sooner so that we know what is to be constructed there. Alright, so there are entrance buildings and structures city that perhaps first cinema you will see on my left. Back in the day, near art and culture. What used to be inside this plaza. I doubt that people still love one. Some shopping and right beside it, Koyo restaurant. So this is City Plaza. That's the plaza I was talking about. There are still some shops in there. Some businesses are still located in there. But it's no longer as busy as it used to be. It used to be quite busy before now. Busy because of the plaza. But it used to be. Sahad Stores, a grocery store, is also on this road. Actually, the main gate of Central Bank of Nigeria is on this street. The major entrance. The one I passed by earlier is the back of it. The major entrance is actually on this street. There are other big plazas across the road there. Bank of Industry is what you're looking at. So those two buildings, they're actually belonging to the Bank of Industry. More structures coming up, but there are other plazas in front of it. To actually access it, I need to go to the other side of the road where you have the NNPC building. Perhaps, given the daytime I have left, I will still cross over to that side. But let me show you where I am now. Quite a number of restaurants that service Central Business District and the workers in it are located on this axis. So beside this City Plaza is also a bank, a food joint, a restaurant where people come to eat. Just like the Akoyo, there is another one. So most of the cars you see parking there are actually there to eat. So many workers in this neighborhood and in the surrounding areas visit this neighborhood just for food. Because if you're not the come to work with, you will need to break in the restaurants in the central area. So I guess these trucks are for sale. This is for agriculture, for farms. Unfortunately, our farmlands are being vacated because of insecurity. So I wonder where the business people who are importing these machinery want the farmers to use the equipment on, considering that they can't even go to their farms anymore. There is a security van on this road and there are security agents loitering about. I don't know what for. I don't know what they secure, but this is Sahat stores. Hello. How is work? Well done, eh? Yeah. You secure the neighborhood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Interesting. My brother. One day I hope to be as big as you. Really?
Yes, sir.
Well done. I like his size. He instills fears. Well done. So this is Sahat stores. It's actually a departmental store where groceries are sold. So I think those guys are private security. Perhaps they secure the businesses here, not federal security. Maybe they work in cahoots with federal security, I suppose. But this is Sahat stores here. Quite big. It has another somewhere in Gariki, Never. Alright. Hold on. Yeah. How's work? Hold on. Okay. So next to Sahat stores is where you now find Central Bank of Nigeria. So that bank is on this road, like I said, that you find the main gate. But opposite it is yet another building. It used to be Women's Center, that is Women Development Center, the one opposite it. But since they got another building somewhere near Ministry of Finance, I don't know whether they have moved there or they are still in the one opposite Central Bank. So you see that Women Ecumenical Center and Central Bank are actually adjacent each other, or should I say opposite each other. That roof there, the golden roof there, is the Ecumenical Center or Christian Association Center that I showed you earlier, and this is CBN, and then former Women's Center, I think is still there, by the way. I don't know if they've relocated. So instead of taking that route, I'm going to go this way so that I can now show you more buildings, more spaces, more parts of Central Business District located on this side before it gets really dark and becomes difficult to see this area. Okay, it's shape. But what do you mean? Because then, what can you explain better? I want to understand what you mean when you say the sidewalks are not in good shape. I'd like to understand. I mean, apart from the occasional blockades that they put on the road, what exactly against the side have area? So I think it's on this side where I'm headed to that we have the buildings, central business, apart from the wall. Buildings are found in the center, which is not where I am right now. It's not part of the central area where I'm covering right now. But that's this area of the buildings central. Once I do not get to see more in the city center, especially in the central area, is the sight of women sweeping the roads. Back then, walking these streets, you will see people manually sweeping streets. They used to be called sweepers. But I don't get to see them anymore. I'm aware that at some point, Abuja Environmental bought vehicles that sweep the road. And so that period, I started to see those vehicles, street sweepers, scrubbing streets. I do not get to see anymore. What has happened to them? At least this part still has trees. Not so tall trees, because one's head touches the trees as you pass under them. Okay, so I can decide to take left turn, but if I take the left turn, I'll be going to Gariki. I mean, if I walk further down, the first thing you find is the War College, National Defense College, which is this building you're looking at. That's the National Defense College or National War College. Then after it, you see a plaza. I think UK visa application is done on the next building. Then you will see the radio house down this road, and then you'll see the International Conference Center. It's also there that you have the headquarters of Nigerian Army, Navy, and so on. So I'll go this way. Of course, the central business district continues this way, but let me show you this part of the neighborhood. So you see more banks here. This one is Unity Bank, but the one next to it is the Bank of Industry. So some of those tall buildings actually belong to banks. Well, let me stay on the walkway to stay safe. So it's also on this street that the main gate of NNPC Towers is located. But the last experience I had vlogging near the NNPC Towers is similar to what I've been experiencing throughout this vlog. I think there is a jammer in that building because twice I've experienced network knockout. The first time I was vlogging and then my camera got disconnected from got connected from my network. I wasn't even doing live, but my camera got disconnected, so the video could not continue. By the time I was done vlogging that section, in fact I had nothing recorded in that section. I also realized one other time when I actually visited the NNPC building itself. So I got into the towers and inside the towers I realized that I didn't have network on my phone, actually on my mobile device. So I think they use Jama, what seems to be Jama. I may be wrong, but those are my two experiences. So I hope I don't get disconnected getting there. So this is Ritz Continental Hotel. I was talking about where we used to have National Library is opposite this hotel, just on the other way, the other road there. That is where we have National Library. I don't know whether they have moved to the building under construction, but that's just in that neighborhood that we used to have National Library. Okay, so Abayomi, I get your point. I get the point you're making. I guess you're buttressing the point Moots made earlier about the sidewalks. They're all cracked up. Yeah, the parts that is paved with tar, coal tar, is cracked up. I noticed some parts of it, but not all of it. There's some parts of it. It's all cracked up. I actually observed that as well. Yeah, I know, really. I agree with you that there is a problem with maintenance culture in the country. So the problem is not having an infrastructure built for us. Problem is maintaining them. It's a real problem here. I agree with you. So that's the NNPC towers there. But I want to cross over to the other side of the road so I can capture the towers properly. This is a plaza containing banks and other offices. Hello. So this is where we have the NNPC towers. The first part of it is where the pedestrian gate is located, but the gate for staff is still ahead. It's close of work, so nothing much is going on right there right now. NNPC, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. There is limited attached to it now. Wasn't like that before, but it is now. They regulate other oil companies operating in Nigeria. They're also a player in the oil industry. So this is the main gate. It's actually here that the main gate is located. The motor gate for staff. Right. So we have covered at least 1/3 of the spaces that make up the central business district in today's walk. Not all of it, and that's why I said 1/3. There are other parts to the central business district of Abuja. In subsequent tours, we will see what they look like as well. There are other parts where you will see American embassies, Chinese embassy, and so on. It's getting dark now. Most people are trying to find their way back home because it's close of work. Yeah, but the central area continues this way, deeper and deeper. We'll cover these areas in time. And those going to airports often follow this one, or the neighborhoods along the airport road, they follow that path. So just across the road, there are many waiting for vehicles back home. Transportation is one key problem we still face in this city. Organized transportation. We don't have trams here. We don't have many of the transport systems that are used in other countries. Even the buses don't operate in every district or every route. And even the ones that operate in some routes are never enough to take all the commuters to and from the city. So because of that, there are so many private car owners who decide to carry people on their way to work or on their way home. So literally, if you own a car and you drive to work, just from your gate you will likely see a whole lot of passengers going to the city center, and you carry them, most for money, for fuel. And that's because we don't have a very effective transportation system. There are taxis that load along the way. But those taxis are also never really enough. Looks like there is a task force at this junction operating. I don't know who they are targeting, but there are quite a large retinue of Nigerian police, road safety, civil defense. Who else is in that team? Sometimes you see military joining them. But I can't stand here for long enough because I have a camera. Otherwise, to become a problem for them. They don't like cameras. But I'll try to walk past there to see what's going on. Otherwise, Central Business District also continues into this corner. Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm going the other side of it. Alright. Okay, there's operation going on. Okay. It's alright. Okay. I was asked to cross the road and follow the other side of the road. So apparently there is an operation going on. On the left side of the road. So it's a combination of the police, the civil defense, the road safety. different paramilitary organizations, even VIO, that is vehicle inspection officers. They are stopping cars and searching them. Perhaps it's their regular stop and search. Oftentimes when they do this is for people who are using their private cars to carry passengers for money. Yeah, because it's not an acceptable thing. It's not legal according to the FCTA law for people to use their private cars to carry passengers for money, and yet there are not enough vehicles to convey people to the city and outside the city. Alright guys, this bridge marks good evening. This bridge marks the boundary between Central Business District and Wuse District. So if I cross past this bridge, I have gotten into Wuse District, starting from Wuse Zone 4. So since the tour is for Central Business District, I will end it here where the boundary is located, so that during a subsequent visit we will get deeper into the Central Business District and cover these places for you. I really want to thank all of you who have joined today's live. Yes, Bauer, I really took some long walk today. I enjoyed it though. I enjoy it knowing that you guys are part of the walk. Yes, it's an exercise for me. From Central Business District to Wuse, I try. Thank you for the compliment, Bauer. And the Grand Square Junction, so they just told me that they are having an operation. I think they are just looking out for vehicles that are carrying passengers that are not registered for commercial purpose. That's one work the task force does in this city. Yeah, Bawa, you're funny. I should change dollars. I don't have dollars to change. I get. I don't have dollars, by the way, to change. So thank you, all of you who joined today's live. I really appreciate you joining. We will go again on Friday. Today is Wednesday, so we'll go again on Friday, but if weather permits, after we check weather tonight and weather permits, we will do a live show tomorrow morning and cover a different place for you guys. And so if you like to know more about the city and see what's going on in the city, keep a date. Just look out for scheduled live walks. You will likely see the scheduled live walk and click on it to get notification when the live show will start. Thank you very much for being a part of today's walk. And those of you who commented, I really appreciated it. It gave me company. Now, when I take these walks, I like to know that you guys are with me. I like to hear your thoughts. I like to hear the comments about the city, about anything else that is on your mind. I don't mind, as long as you keep it civil, respectful, without using foul language, which is prohibited, by the way, by the channel, by the platform, not me, but the platform. I really appreciate it, and I would like to have these walks with you, show you the city, explain the things I see, and share the sights and sound of the city of Abuja, Nigeria, especially if you don't live in Abuja and can't be in these places right now. I enjoy those walks, and I like to have them with you. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your giving me this company. Be my companion again tomorrow. Eventually it will be a daily walk. The live show will become a daily live show, all things being equal, because my intention is to use the live show to show you even the properties that are available, so you can quickly make a call to those properties that are available for rent and rent them if that's what you're looking for. Be the first to capture them if opportunities are available for you to do so. So the only downside that will make us continue to do videos of neighborhoods is network issues, because in some places, in some neighborhoods, the networks are not, the internet service are not, is not so strong, and because of that, you know, I can't run live shows, live walks like this. Those of you who connected when I first started this live show in Map Global perhaps experienced it firsthand. I couldn't continue the live show because network there wasn't that strong. When I did a speed test there with my own network provider, it was really poor, and the live show ended sooner I started it. So thank you really for being part of today's work. At least parts of central area has good connection when it comes to the internet. Many other places I know also have good connection. So we'll keep showing you the city live, and where impossible, we'll make videos of them to share with you. Thank you very much. There are some chats that I would like to respond to. Okay. I guess I've responded to all the inquiries and chats. Again, Bao, I don't have dollar to change. Abayomi. Oh, thank you, Abayomi, for saying I do a great job. You're watching from London. Interesting. Thank you so much for being a part of today's work, Abayomi. And oh, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate the kind words from all of you. I hope we keep doing better and better. You know. So the operation is actually the operation. I can see military people on the other side of the road as well. So the ones we saw on the other side, whatever he's crying, he's just rolling on the floor, which I thought is an ancient thing. I didn't know that still happens in this city, in this country, by the way, where people are asked to roll on the ground for whatever reasons. Alright guys, this is it for today. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Bawa. Thank you, Abayomi. Thank you to all of you that commented today. I really appreciate. And so we are going to end the live at this time. I am actually almost at Zone 4 Junction where they change dollars like Bauer mentioned. But I need to find my way away from here. Thank you guys. Keep a date with me tomorrow. I will schedule another live and you will see it when you check. So please subscribe if you haven't done so we can take a tour of other parts. It may be central area, it may be Wusetu, it may be other parts of Abuja. But when we get clearance and schedule a destination, we will share that with you so that you see what's going on. I'm actually tempted to go to where the military is having an operation there, but it's too late. The camera needs rest. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate. Oh, Jeffrey, you're just joining. You're watching from Jabi. Thank you, but you came late. I am actually ending the vlog at this time. All right. Thank you very much. If we will schedule another vlog, just another live show. Yeah, just subscribe, and if you check my live corner, my live section, and you see the scheduled live, just click on it and get notification when it will come on. Thank you very much, guys. It's a beautiful evening to you from the city of Abuja, Nigeria. See you again in the next episode.